I'm here with you today to help all the newcomers to Genshin Impact. This game is amazing, but it's also huge and full of complex mechanics, which can be intimidating for beginners. I've decided to create this quick and straightforward guide to explain in a simple and clear way what you need to start off well in the game. The idea here is to answer your main questions about how to play, which characters to invest in, how to level up faster, and how to make your team stronger. So whether you're just starting out or simply want some tips to improve your gameplay in Genshin Impact, this video is for you. Let's start with the basics. Understanding what Genshin Impact is. This game is an open-world RPG that tells the story of two siblings separated by an unknown goddess. Your main goal is to find your sister. At the beginning of the game, I recommend that you follow the main story to accumulate experience and resources. Unlike other RPGs, it's not efficient to level up your character and abilities simply by defeating monsters on the map. To improve your levels and abilities, you'll need specific items, but I'll explain more about that later because there's a lot to evolve if you want to get stronger. Another important piece of information is that, throughout the game, you can play with various different characters. Currently, there are over 70 characters, each with unique powers and abilities, allowing you to choose according to your playstyle. Your team consists of only 4 characters, which can be swapped during battles to form combos and deal more damage. The game's combat is entirely based on this team mechanic, making the choice of characters a crucial decision. But before choosing the characters, you need to know how to obtain them. In Genshin Impact, you don't start with all the characters available, and there are a few ways to unlock them. The first way is through the free starting characters. As you progress through the main story and participate in permanent events, you'll earn characters like Amber, Kaeya, Lisa, Barbara, and Xiangling. The second way is through temporary events. These events occur occasionally and offer specific characters as rewards. However, they are temporary and available for a short period. The third way is through the gacha system, where you make wishes to obtain characters or weapons randomly. It's the main way to get characters in the game. Although luck-based, strategies can increase your chances. To make a wish, you need to collect primogems, intertwined fates, and acquaint fates, which are in-game currencies. To guarantee a 4-star character, you need 10 wishes, and a 5-star character requires at least 90 wishes. There are 2 types of banners. The standard banner, which has been available since the beginning of the game and includes 5-star initial characters and weapons. I recommend using only the acquaint fates, which are the blue ones in this banner. The other is the character banner, and you can guarantee a specific 5-star character. However, these banners last only for 20 days, and to guarantee the character, you'll need 180 wishes. For this one, you can spend your primogems or intertwined fates, which are the pink ones. That's because, with 90 wishes, you only guarantee a 5-star character, but not necessarily the one from the banner. The guaranteed one comes on the second 5-star obtained from this banner. The last way to obtain characters is through Paimon's Bargains Shop. Every month, there are 2 characters that can be purchased using Masterless Star Glitter, another currency you earn when you obtain a 4 or 5-star character or weapon. At the beginning, buying some characters can be interesting. Now that you know how to obtain new characters, it's important to decide who to invest your limited resources in. Teams in the game are usually composed of a main DPS character, who spends most of their time in battle, 2 sub-DPS characters to use their abilities and switch out to deal damage off-field, and a support character to keep the team alive with healing or shielding. Remember that you'll switch characters as you progress. In the beginning, I recommend investing more in sub-DPS and support characters. Characters like Bennett, Xingqiu, and Xiangling are excellent choices due to their versatility. Other interesting characters include Fischl, Diona, Sucrose, Kuki Shinobu, and Rosaria, which are very useful in certain compositions. The Traveler character is usually retired by most players, so only invest what's necessary, as you may need to use them in some mandatory parts of the game. As for 5-star characters, choose a strong DPS or a good support based on your style and strategy. For beginners, I suggest Zhongli, Kokomi, Nahida, Raiden, Yelan, Kazuha, or a DPS of your choice. Now that you know who to invest in, let's move on to the more complicated part for beginners. How to level up your characters in Genshin Impact. First, level up your adventure rank. It can go up to level 60. This is crucial because it defines the available quests and the maximum level your characters, weapons, artifacts, and talents can reach. You gain adventure rank experience by completing quests, opening chests, exploring the world, upgrading the statues of the Seven, using the Adventurer Handbook, facing leyline outcrops, domains, and defeating world bosses. Essentially, it sets the limit for your character's evolution. Second, character levels. You primarily gain character experience through experience items, which you can acquire by defeating enemies, exploring the map, and, most importantly, completing leyline outcrop challenges, those blue ones scattered across the map. I recommend starting by leveling up your DPS and then the other 3 members of your team until they all reach the maximum level. Additionally, you'll also need ascension materials obtained in domains and common materials acquired by defeating monsters. Third, level up your weapons. There are 5 types of weapons in Genshin Impact: sword, claymore, bow, polearm, and catalyst, and each character can use only one specific type. To level up weapons, you can use other weapons you want to discard or refinement materials, which can be obtained at the blacksmith or as event rewards. Similar to character evolution, you'll also need ascension materials and common materials to enhance weapons. Keeping weapons at their maximum level is crucial, especially for characters dealing damage to enemies. Fourth, enhance your artifacts. Each character can equip up to 5 artifacts: feather, flower, sands, goblet, and circlet. Each one has unique attributes like attack, HP, and others. At the beginning of the game, don't worry about using a specific artifact set. Instead, focus on improving the artifacts you get with good attributes and sub-attributes. Start with the feather, which gives you more attack. Then move on to others like sands, goblet, or circlet, looking for attributes that increase attack, elemental damage, critical rate, critical damage, and elemental mastery. Fifth, the talents. Each character has special abilities called talents. You can choose to increase normal attack, elemental skill, and elemental burst. Which one to prioritize depends on the character you're using. For example, if your character deals more damage with normal attacks, it's advisable to start with that ability before evolving the others. By enhancing talents, you can increase your damage by more than double. Sixth, constellations. Some characters become significantly better with their constellations. Unfortunately, you can only obtain these constellations by getting duplicate characters in wishes. It's best not to worry about this for now. You'll naturally acquire constellations as you progress in the game. Just be patient. Now, to make your team stronger, it only needs a few adjustments. So, here are some tips. First, subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss any guides or tips that are essential for you to get stronger. So, trust me and subscribe. I guarantee you won't regret it. Continuing with the tips, start by building a team that makes sense. Think about which characters you'll use and how they'll work together as a team. Don't forget to use all 4 of your characters to deal as much damage as possible. Avoid using 2 DPS in the same team. This won't increase your team's damage and will likely be less effective compared to teams with more sub-DPS and supports. Use elemental combinations to deal more damage. Plan combos and sequences of attacks to utilize elemental reactions for more damage. Don't forget to use weapons, characters, and artifacts that provide bonuses to increase your damage. Know the right time to switch characters. Many elemental skills and elemental bursts stop working when you switch, and this can cause you to lose a lot of damage. Always use a shield or healing support to keep your team alive. This will be crucial in the early game until you can evolve and get stronger. Lastly, if you want to start well and get strong, there are some mandatory activities. Complete daily missions, use all your resin, and finish all available events every day. This is essential to gain experience, primogems, and other important resources. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll be happy to help. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more Genshin Impact tips. That's it. Thank you very much. See you in the next one, and until then.